What is up with it, humans? Welcome back to Someone's PC. My name's Russ, and with us today are a bunch of new members of the Someone's PC team, and the OG guy who hardly wears a shirt, Marc Albright. So, going in order, to the right of me, is going to be our latest member, a new addition that we've taken from ARG Dragons. Alright, that's Bradley Crucio. Apparently he doesn't. All right, there you go. I was about to say you don't say hi. All right, to the right of him will be the guy who always tops for some reason. Like you're either topping or your deck is winning the tournament. That's Azul.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Underneath Brad is going to be the one I talked about earlier, Marc, no shirt man. He's actually gonna finally come to a tournament out in St. Louis, so that's why he's here talking to us about it. So we're excited to have him. And finally, bringing up the rear is the Mr. I'm gonna play Solgaleo, Lurantis, and hopefully dodge Volcano weekend. And that's Drew Kennedy.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Okay, so this video is going to make up for the article I always have to write before each tournament, which is our expected meta list kind of thing, which was like the shortest thing I ever wrote last week. So that was pretty fun. I've learned from many Poke parents that they would like more time to help their junior, seniors, whoever, prepare for tournaments. So giving you a nice scope of what we believe will be the most popular decks should be a little bit helpful, even though we haven't tested like ridiculously well for this. I honestly feel like this is where the whole flip-flopping formats back and forth is starting to take a toll.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys feel the same.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Not a toll as in like our skill or like what we do as deck builders. I just feel like we can be doing so much more if we don't have to prepare so much time already to the events we know we're gonna go to, right? Because like Drew's you're still unsure if you're even coming to St. Louis, right? That's
right. Well,
yeah.
And even if I do go, I'm honestly more focused on Australia, which is standard.
Exactly. And I'd honestly rather have you more focused on Australia. Because something about winning, twice as much money, twice as much points.
Right, exactly.
Will be so much better for you, So
yeah,
it's weird. I think it sucks. Like, especially with a new set released. But variety's nice. So, I think we'll start by saying, I guess we can go with like a community vote. Is the best deck in the format still Yveltal? And I know, Drew, you love Greninja and all that other crap, but we can still like recognize what's there. I think Yveltal just got stronger from the release of all the GXs, and since most of them, the strongest ones outside of Tauros, are all evolutions, and Archeops is gonna manhandle them.
Yep.
Into East Station.
Yep.
So, I'm pretty sure everyone agrees. Marc, yeah. Same thing.
Yeah.
So, without a doubt, if I play against a Yveltal list, I expect Maxis, and you guys would all expect the same.
Oh yeah.
From a high level player, of mid to higher tier caliber. So
right.
100%.
Are they seeing any major changes in terms of new cards from Sun and Moon? I guess we'll start with Drew. So, Tauros and Oranguru were the only things I'm thinking of. Oranguru is really there to help regulate the N. Like that mid to late game N. But that means they're sacrificing Silent Lab from the list in order to do it. So, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Like you.
I don't think they even really need that. Like, don't they still have the Gallade? And if they get that out, then the late game N's really not that big of a deal. Yeah. Like I'm not a very popular Yveltal player, but I feel like they still have plenty of outs, and that deck is so fast. Your deck's not even that big late game.
Yeah,
but the Tauros, I think, is needed.
Really? Against Dark Red Turbo or something?
I mean, it's just good.
I think with Gallade, it's just a walking 2 prizes.
But against like Manectric or something,
you bopped them with Gallade.
Just slaughtered.
They bop with Gallade.
I mean, probably.
Yeah,
I feel like
the deck really doesn't have any weaknesses, I guess.
Yeah.
Tauros is really good, but I don't think Tauros is good enough if you're not playing lasers.
Yeah.
You're a laser advocate too.
I do like lasers, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure on Tauros yet. I still think it's good, just like it was in standard, but I think everything in expanded is more broken, so it's not as good.
Okay. Azul, would you be playing Giratina in your Yveltal list? The promo.
Probably not. Because I think your Trevenant matchup. I mean, we think Ninja's dead, so your Trevenant matchup hinges a lot on who goes first. And then even if you go second, you don't get to use your Ultra Balls, so you're just sitting there trying to attach energy anyways. So I don't think the Tina's worth. If you go first, you usually just win. If you go second, it depends if you draw energy or not. And if Trevenant's the only break you're afraid of, then it's probably not worth playing, especially when there's other stuff like a Rangaroo and stuff you might want to try and fit. Like I personally wouldn't even play Tauros. Unless the Ninja Boy combo is that good in it, because Ninja Boy's way better in expanded, obviously, than standard. You have more access to it. But yeah, with you wanting to already probably try and want to fit a Rangaroo because it covers more, it helps in more matchups than Tina. I probably wouldn't play the Tina at all.
I agree.
Okay. Mark, I know you won't play Yveltal too much, but you don't think it'll be much changes, right? Like
No, I think you guys pretty much mentioned them all. Maybe like someone will, fit Kukui in there somewhere, but I don't really know if it helps the math that much in expanded.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Cute because of Gallade, but you can do stuff with Gallade and Kukui, but
Right, yeah, that's the only real obvious combo there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think Fear will control more of the deck building than anything else.
Yeah.
Like just like us feeling, I wouldn't say we were unprepared for Anaheim. It's just we definitely didn't feel prepared. Like even after the hours and like articles and testing and all the stuff that I put in, I still was like, back against the wall.
Yeah, I think it was like we were prepared for the meta, but we weren't prepared for our own deck. The meta played out as I expected. There's more Mega Ray than I thought, I guess. But besides that, but I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared or overly confident in my own deck choice. But I was gonna play the same deck either way. I could have just played it more beforehand, I guess.
Yeah. So I feel like players are taking the same mindset into St. Louis because it's a different format. It's expanded. They're like, I'm confident in this. I have my fallback deck on that I've been playing for months now. Like when you're a Yveltal player, you're the Yveltal player. You'll always be playing it. And then when you swap around, you'll be known as a person that swap frogs. Drew always played Greninja, but I guess we'll talk about that next. How's Greninja? Is it still alive?
No.
Giratina too much?
I'm trying to think of a deck to beat, and there's I don't see what I beat. Unfortunately.
Yeah, this is with
I beat Zygarde
promo.
Carbink, maybe.
Yeah, of course you do. Easy.
The Giratina promo is actually viable in expanded. It's not viable in standard. It wasn't, so Greninja was still good.
Mm-hmm.
But that promo destroys us. And we can play Silent Lab, but then we lose to Trevenant because they spread and we don't have Rufsies.
Yeah.
So there's really nothing you can do with that deck, unfortunately.
Okay. Do you think that the Giratina promo will be included in most decks by players?
No.
No. Okay.
No. But I think the fear of it is scaring me away from it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mark, same idea?
Yeah, I think Giratina kind of falls into the Karen kind of category where people were hyped and feared it, but it never really got played that much.
Mm-hmm.
But just the fear itself controls that little niche part of the meta.
Yeah, to counteract that logic, everyone learned the lesson that no one was actually going to play Karen, and then now everyone's like, oh, they might not play the Giratina.
Right.
Do you think those people are going to be like, all right, we're about to pro, and we're actually going to play the Giratina? Do you think they actually care that much, or do you think they're going to give up on it and be like, whatever, this deck beats 50-50 Trev anyway, and I hope more people get scared away from Trev than
I would just use fear to my advantage and let it scare away people. I'm not going to put it in my deck at all, so hopefully the fear does the job. If not, whatever.
Azul?
Yeah.
We were talking about Greninja.
Pretty much the same thing.
And if it's dead.
Yeah.
And then the promo if it's actually going to get played.
Yeah.
There's 10 topics and a little.
I think Tina. I mean, it's weird because there was actually 3 or 4 Karens I saw at Anaheim,
mm-hmm.
and I actually thought about it myself, but I didn't. It's not a day 1 card. Karen for Anaheim is a day 2 card because good players are playing Vespa Queen, and there's not that many of them playing it. So chances of you seeing it day one are super low, but the chances of you making, if you were going to make top 8 through Anaheim, you're going to see a Vespa Queen. And Karen just gives you like that auto win. Like I saw it in 3 Turbo Darks and 2 Mewtwo's, I think, were playing Karen. And they all made day 2, I think. I think all the people I saw playing were making 2. Like they were coming through with it. But it's definitely not a day 1 card. It's a day, you play it to beat Vespa Queen in day 2. So you could see the same thing with Tina, but then people are going to have to be playing Ninja. And with like the lack of Ninja we saw at Anaheim, and then just the lack of Ninja we saw at Anaheim, and then I don't know. There's also like the new grass type decks coming in with Sun and Moon, that could also put more hurt on Greninja. I don't think it'll be very popular. I wouldn't be surprised if it made top 8 actually, but I would not expect it, and I don't think it's going to be that strong of a play.
Makes sense. Brad, same thing. There's like 3 opinions already, so I don't know if you have something new.
Yeah, I mean, I think the other consensus with Giratina is like if you are that scared of that or Karen or something, you have to be that confident in your deck to beat everything else, and then maybe lose to 1 or 2 people playing those cards. So if you're still gonna like 50-50 the field and then lose to anybody that plays it, it just doesn't seem worth it.
Yeah. Okay. Solid thoughts. But general opinion, we all think Greninja's not going to be showing up too much.
Yeah.
No.
Same thing here. All right. I think it's pretty dead. So, following up, since we're talking about Karen, Night March. Does it come back now that Trev's gone, or Trev is feared due to, what's it called? The Giratina. I guess we'll start with Brad, because we go in corner.
I still think Trevenant's going to be played a lot, and I don't think Night March beats Eviltall. So if you're not going to beat the top 2 decks, it doesn't seem that good. I don't think Karen's going to scare them off and expand it, because you can kind of play around it if you know your opponent's playing it. But I don't think it's coming back because Trev being gone. I think it's coming back more because it can slaughter a lot of the GXs, maybe. But
okay, solid. Azul?
I think Night March is actually pretty good. I think you have a fine Yveltal matchup. It's not slightly favored. Your problem is Turbo Dark. It's pretty bad right now, so I think you have to run it with Gallade, and that pretty much solves the matchup, and you just start winning that matchup, unless they're running Tina. Then Tina, once again, it depends if they're running Dark Dragons or Turbo Dark. For those reasons, you have to play Gallade. Even if you play Gallade, you play Gallade too for the Yveltal matchup, because their goal is to get out a Darkrai that you can't one-shot at some point in the game. So if you play, I think Night March is fine right now. I don't think you should be afraid of Karen. Ninja is also a matchup that gave you trouble. As far as Trevenant goes, I don't know how I feel. I don't know if Trevenant's gone or if it's still here. There wasn't much in was it San Jose at all? I don't think.
Trevenant?
Yeah, Trevenant.
There was a bit, but
there was a bit, yeah.
There was a lot more good players playing Yveltal list.
That's what I mean, because like here on the East Coast in Philly, there was a lot of Trevenant. There was a lot of decent players playing Trevenant, so it might be a coastal thing. Yeah. So once we go to St. Louis, who knows? There could be a lot more Trevenant. Everyone still considers it a tier 1 deck, for some extent, but I think Turbo Dark's really strong and it beats it. I don't know. So it's like I don't know if Night March. I think Night March is a fine deck. I don't know. I think you just have to play Gallade in it, for sure.
Drew?
I mean, I like Night March. I really do. I agree with Azul. You have to play Gallade. Even though I personally love Empoleon. Because, hey, if they're playing Karen, it actually helps against that. It's another way to discard your Night Marchers. But sure. I do think you have to play Gallade in there. I think Trevenant is going to be probably the second most played deck there, though. Because it wasn't popular on the San Jose because, like you guys said, it's not popular on the West Coast at all. Like, it wasn't played in Arizona. Like, William Herman was the only one who played it.
Mm-hmm.
But then it was...
sacked the mess out of him with the...
I mean,
with the
I may have gotten a little lucky. I may have done something. But
it's okay, we all need to get lucky to win tournaments.
But on the East Coast, everyone loves it over there. Like,
yeah,
exactly. So, I don't know. I think it just doesn't beat enough right now. I mean, it'll be played. It'll be good. You might make day 2. But you want to have a day where you don't have to think, play Night March. Do pretty well.
Uh-oh. People just got tilted.
Mana
Night
job,
March
dude.
is one of the most skillful decks. There's so many decisions to be made. You have puzzles at the time. You make 2 more decisions.
Whoa, puzzle. Jose's interested.
Yeah. For real. All right, Mark. Are we gonna see a lot of the Trev? Do you think guaranteed it needs to be played? Blah blah blah.
Wait,
Oh, sorry, Night March.
we were on Night
Sorry,
March.
dude. There's so many decks. My bad.
dude, I have nothing to add to this conversation. Azul, Galade's the best version. Trev's still scary. I won't touch it, but it'll probably get played a lot, and someone will do good with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solid. All right, we're gonna go into like a really good debate next. Seismitoad bats or Seismitoad Decidueye. I'll start with this by saying I think the Decidueye build is pretty darn bad.
Yes.
I think you're way too reliant on hitting an early game Floatstone or opening a Seismitoad, and it really affects the way the deck functions. That's the reason why Zubat PLS was so freaking strong. Because you can open the Zubat and then get to your Toad and chill and coast the rest of the game with some punches. And I don't feel like digging for a Floatstone on turn 1 when I'm just trying to get to my Quaking Punch instead of going through all that madness that they go through now. And people are like, oh, you can go for an AZ. I'm like, I love burning my AZ just so I can go for a Quaking Punch. So,
Yeah.
After drawing with it a little bit, seeing how it played out, I'm just generally convinced that the Crobat variant is so much better, and you get Super Scoop Up back, which is fantastic. So, I guess we'll start with Azul.
All right.
Tobats, Decidueye, better list, and how much of it do you actually expect to see?
I mean, about the same as every other tournament. I guess it's not like one of the most played decks, but there's like, I don't know, it's like the in the category of second most played decks, like it's in the top 6 most played decks maybe. I don't know, there's a lot of stuff in Expanded, so it's hard to judge sometimes. But when I first heard of people with the Decidueye stuff, I was like, okay, that seems interesting. Then I kind of went through, oh wait, what if you open Rowlet? It doesn't have free retreat. You're not playing. Are you playing Super Scoop Ups? Are you playing Forest? Are you playing Silent Lab? If you don't play Silent Lab, you lose to Vespiquen. So you lose that match all of a sudden. If you're not playing Super Scoop Ups, how are you getting your Rowlet out of the active? There's so many different factors that I suddenly came up with of why it's probably worse than the Bat version. I guess, and then if you're running Forests, so I guess I'd have to see the ideal Decidueye Bats list to really have an opinion on it. But I actually don't think Toad Bats is very good anyways. So I think the deck will still be played a lot. I think the Bat version is almost definitely better. I don't understand where you get any advantage from playing the Decidueye at all.
From what I'm told, the mirror match.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you can use the GX attack to get back cards, which I don't understand because you're breaking lock.
Yeah.
And breaking lock is not what you want to do. You want to just probably.
I mean that's cute. And then I guess you
You're probably
don't.
gonna be breaking lock anyways when they Lysander your Decidueye, so you may as well
that's-
GX that.
And you're hoping to hit the scoop up. So.
And you don't get Grenade Hammer anymore because you're going to use the Decidueye's attack. So so you're losing 40 damage on your big attack, but you get it 1 turn earlier, I guess. I don't know.
You get a lot more out of the Tobats, at least from my hour of testing. Just a couple draws.
Yeah.
I played like 2 games with it, but
Yeah.
that was enough for me to notice. Be like, no, this is not what bats would do. Drew, how do you feel about it?
I have no experience, honestly, with either of them.
All right,
I used to play Toad Slurpuff, so I like that version.
You're punk. And that deck sucked. It was so annoying. I was trying to play Donphan still, and they're like, so what the fuck?
Those were the days.
All right, Mark. You won't touch that deck, but do you expect other people to play it?
Yeah, it's always gonna get played. I'm kind of mad Azul took all like the spicy talking points.
The insight, yeah.
I was gonna mention Grenade Hammer and dude, Zubat's ability is so undervalued.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. But
that's what we do as humans, you know. New things, they bring new things to us, and we're just like, ooh, but we forget why, the standard is the standard because it's good.
Yep.
The big reason Toad Bats is better is because it's just more consistent, and that's the draw to play it. It's cancerous and herpy derpy, but it does what it's supposed to do every game. Where Decidueye, there's so much potential to brick. It's just disgusting. So
Yeah.
Toad Bats is better.
Open double Toad, double Decidueye. Well, I can set up for 1. Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. All right, Brad. Do you have anything else to add? Or you think you're good?
No, not really. I mean, I guess Decidueye could help your potential damage output, but I don't think that's something that Toad struggled with anyway, so I don't see any real advantage for Decidueye.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. Next, I guess we'll talk about Carbink. The Giratina promo really freaking hurts. I didn't think it would be that bad. My lord, it's actually pretty darn annoying. You also lose the surprise factor of having that, and most GX decks kind of kick you in the face. So, I'm still trying to get it to work. I even updated my list for our website earlier today, but if not, I'm pretty much falling back on Yveltal or some kind of GX deck that we all come up with miraculously. But I don't think any of you guys have ever played Carbink or touched
I played it for a League Cup.
Nope.
Oh my man, how'd it go?
Yep. It was awful.
All right, that's what I like to hear.
I lost a Monetric. It was glorious.
That's right, I heard about that.
Don't worry about it, man. Remember
It's not good in best of
remember
one.
the diamonds. Remember the diamonds.
Yeah, it's not good in best of one, but best of three it might be all right.
It's okay. It's a very patient game, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
A lot of 45-minute games where you think you're about to lose, and then you deck them. You're just like,
Got there.
And then
It's like
they
Penny
say,
Bird.
you know what? I'll go first game 2, and you kind of look at them like, is there a game 2, man?
Sure.
Are we even gonna do this? Yeah. Okay. I don't know if you guys have any other input. Like if you haven't played it, it's very awkward to play with. And draw is really, really weird. But it's the same thing. Giratina promo came out, makes it tough. GXs aren't blocked by safeguard, makes it tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Green is broken.
Next one is Turbo Darkrai versus Dark Dragons. They both do different things, but they have the same general concept, which is speed, elixir, and then Dark Patch or what have you in order to get off, right? So I personally expect to see more Turbo non-Dragon, even though I like the Dragon variant more. My issue with the Dragon variant is I couldn't beat Yveltal BKT when piloted by a good player. So when I did standard testing online or against people like my local friends, I love you guys, I could win games against Yveltal. And I was like, this is cool. But when I played against Keon for 6 games in a row at San Jose, I won 1. And the game I won was because he drew meh, and I had like a pretty good start. So in my eyes, it's like, in order to win the tournament or to make the top 8 or anything, I'm gonna have to take down names. I'm gonna have to take down good players that know their lists and know their decks. And I couldn't pull the trigger on that. So, with the next thought being, what would you guys run if you were to pick between the 2 decks, and which decks do you expect to see more of? So we'll start with Brad.
So yeah, I kind of agree. I expect more non-dragons. It's not like in standard where you want that extra push for damage because you have Dark Patch and Elixir, so you kind of just throw energy on the board anyways. You don't need to throw 2 for the double dragon for the extra damage output. So you're playing the dragon strictly for their other effects, like Salamence to kill anything with a bunch of EXs, or Giratina just to auto win a couple matchups. So I do think I like Giratina more in Expanded than just regular Dark or regular Turbo Dark. But I definitely expect way more Turbo Dark. I don't know if it's good enough, just because I still think Yveltal beats both of them. But I think I would prepare way more for regular Turbo Dark than anything with Giratina.
Okay. Azul?
I don't know. I feel like as far as how much is, I feel like it's 50-50 on what's going to be played. At Philly, there was a lot of Turbo or Darkrai Dragons, whatever. I feel like that's where the deck kind of came from to start with.
Yeah.
I saw it and I was like, wait, what the fuck? You're playing Dark Patch in here as well? I was like, what? Chris Sayakala and Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
When they showed me the deck, I was surprised they were able to fit everything in the deck to start off with.
Yeah.
They both made day 2, and there was like very little Turbo Dark. And then in San Jose, none of them did extremely well, but I think it was about a 50-50 in that made day 2. So I'd expect about the same. Whatever, just clump them together and then cut it in half, and there's going to be half of each of them there. For matchups, it depends. It depends if you want to be able to beat Yveltal or if you just want to auto win Vespa Queen and Night March. So that's kind of like a meta call because Turbo Dark without dragons can beat Yveltal. You play Mewtwo and Mew, or one of them, one or both. Then the dragon version, especially with the GXs, you get the higher damage output faster. So going to the GX meta, the dragon version might be better depending on how much GX Pokemon people are going to play. And then you also get the auto wins against stuff like Night March and Vespa Queen. So I think it's just like a meta call on which one will be better on the day. And then you're wrong or you're right. You know.
Okay. Drew?
Yeah, I agree. I think the regular no dragons version is going to be the more popular one. But I still think honestly that's the better version. The dragon version doesn't do a lot against the GXs because your Salamence is kind of useless against them. You still have the Giratina, so you do auto win the DC matchups. But I just think standing a chance against Yveltal is too important. Like, that deck is so dominant right now. You have to be able to beat it or you're playing it.
Okay.
Honestly. Or else you're not going to do well in the tournament.
Yeah, that was kind of my decision making going into San Jose. But
yeah,
we'll see. I think St. Louis is going to be by far the biggest regional ever.
Yeah, it was last year, though.
Yeah, no, but like this year, considering how many people are coming for the West Coast, all other shit.
Are they capping St. Louis?
I don't believe so.
It is capped. It's capped 1,500, I think.
Oh, jeez.
That is a gigantic cap.
I'm almost positive. It's capped 1,500.
Okay. Mark, Turbo or Dragons?
I like Dragons more, but I think it's a 50-50 on who's gonna what's gonna get played more.
Mm-hmm.
I just like Dragons because people like to throw Maxis into random shit sometimes, and you can protect your Darkrai with Chaos Wheel against their DCs onto Gallade. But that's that's the only thing that I really like it more for.
I actually expect to see a lot of the deck just because I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh players that transition over, they see a lot in that deck that reminds them of the old decks in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
You know, like you just vomit board presence and then you're like, here it is.
Deal with it or I win.
Yeah. And then like the really good players that were coming over from Yu-Gi-Oh and they always like, you know, in the innovative decks or like they like learning the best deck in the format. That had counters to the toxic stuff, 6am, Light Sworn, blah blah blah. They're the ones piloting Yveltal, or at least trying to learn it to a certain extent. So that's my general feel from what I see from it. And you know, Yu-Gi-Oh players love having their money tournaments. So they see like $5,000 coming, and they're like, "Hey, can I borrow some dark patches?" And I'll go. So, yeah, a lot of good stuff. Holy crap, there's so many decks in this stupid format.
A lot.
Yeah.
Okay. And we haven't even gotten to GX stuff, so this is cute.
Nope.
Goodness.
Let's go with Mega Ray. Now that Trev's gone, potential Night March coming back.
Wait, why are we assuming Trev's gone?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just Latina?
Now that Giratina's here, it might scare some people off Trev, but everyone including myself, still think it's going to be like the second most played deck.
Yeah. Okay.
Do we expect Mega Ray to make a huge presence, or is it really just like bland? Hopefully they don't play Perilous City or Control deck. I guess
I think
throw Brad, of course.
I think it's not that good because you still lose to Trev. You just lose to Night March. You kind of are decent against Yveltal, I guess. But I don't think it does good enough against most of the big decks. So it seems really risky to play. Like, I guess you can just coast if you hit a bunch of like mediocre Yveltal players all day. But and I don't know how it fares against. I mean, I'm sure it runs over a lot of the GX decks. So if you expect a lot of new stuff, then it's good. But if you're doing that, you may as well just be playing Night March.
Azul?
I think Mega Ray sucks. I think I thought you had an okay Yveltal matchup until I played against it a little bit, and you just go turn 1 Archeops and they lose the game. They get to set up 1 Mega Ray, and if you kill that, you win as Yveltal. Turbo Dark is generally fine with it. You're only running parallel cities. Your damage cap is you get up there. You're more aggressive, faster. If you go first, I think you just like win every time as Turbo Dark. If you're playing Turbo Dark Dragons, beats it. Trevenant beats it. I don't know. And then the problem I always Night March beats it. The Vespa Queen beats it. I think. They should beat it, right?
Most likely.
I mean, they play Karen sometimes, so that's awkward. Night March should beat it, no, even if they play Karen. But if you have Karen, and you could probably beat Vesper Queen. And then the problem I always have with those kind of decks, or decks like Rainbow Road, is I feel like there's always opportunities to beat those decks because there's so many things involved in the deck, like Skyfield attackers, DCEs. You know, how much bench do you have? That there's always some way to play around their situation. I feel like even if you're playing a deck that doesn't have a favorable Mega Ray matchup, if you're a good player, you can beat it. So yeah, I just don't think the deck is. I don't know. I don't think it ever has been that good, and I don't think it's any better right now.
Okay, Mark.
I think it's the big loser of the format. It just doesn't. It doesn't do anything against anything right now. Like even like stupid shit that like people like play like random, like Rainbow Road still bodies it. Like I don't know who'd be playing it, but it loses to even like the dumb stuff.
Yeah, so it's just all around taking an L.
Yeah, it's not good. Standard's a different story. It's okay in Standard.
All right, Drew, finally.
I mean, you beat Greninja, so it has that going for it.
Stupid. All right.
Yeah, it can easily fit the Giratina promo.
Yeah, I can play that.
No, to add on to that, because this is probably the main deck that it targets, do you think most Yveltal lists will be playing Enhanced Hammer? Or most control decks will be playing like Enhanced Hammer anyway?
Control decks?
I'm sorry. Like Yveltal and Maxie's list. Or alright, everything else is actually gonna play Hammer. Never mind, dumb question. But yeah, Yveltals. Will they be playing Enhanced Hammer to kind of like deal with Mega Rayquaza or even the mirror match?
I think maybe Zerosic, not Enhanced Hammer, unless you're Sosa.
Yeah.
Yeah, he walls out.
I just don't think it's very good. It's like there's not enough matchups where it's like, and then because a lot of matchups are it's like even if you get it down against Rainbow Road, if you're not killing the Xerneas, they don't give a fuck. Like you discard their DCE and they're just like, okay,
Yeah,
you hit me.
You
That's
fall
fine.
behind for a second.
Yeah,
and it's just
you didn't
dashing
kill
out
it.
and switch.
You just removed his DCE, and they're like,
Yeah.
okay, that's cute. Is it my turn? And then it's like I just don't think it does enough stuff. Like in Expanded, you have to be like killing their shit instead of just trying to deal with it slowly. Like it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. A fun deck that everyone loves, Sableye Garbodor. So it got Skull Grunt, but from my experience in standard testing, Skull Grunt sucks. It's very underwhelming. It's very like guessing game. Like, oh
Yeah.
hey, you got it? No, all right, cool. I'm sorry. Sorry for
Good against Greninja.
Good, great against Greninja.
Great against Greninja. Wow, that Greninja sounds like the play, guys.
But even then, they just Fisherman the next turn, and they didn't care either. Like,
Yeah. So, do you expect to see it at all in the tournament? Just because the Giratina came back, and I think Trevenant was a bad matchup for Sableye.
So it was.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I never played it, so little games testing, but that was against like other stuff. So,
yeah, it was awful.
Your answer to Trevenant before was the Latios, one of the two.
Yeah.
But now that Trevenant's playing either Silent Lab or Muff, that's not even an option.
Right, it's not even
anymore.
an answer anymore.
So, and Trevenant's still going to be played, so no. Yveltal beats it if you play a single Sableye. Toad still beats it. I don't really know what exactly it beats in like the top 3 or 4 decks. So it'll be played. It's never ever been a popular deck, so it'll still have a handful of people playing it, I'm sure. But
yeah,
it's not going to do very well, I'm sure.
Right.
Okay. I don't even have to ask individually there. I think we all just kind of agree upon that. Like it's
Yeah, I mean, I
it's
think-
it's a very niche thing. Like the people who pilot it are more
Yeah.
than likely going to try and pilot it again. If not, they'll fall back to a better deck. So
yeah. I mean, if TJ shows up, I would not be surprised if he top 8 with it. But
Right.
that's it. Like,
Pretty much, yeah.
yeah. All right.
Yep.
I thought we'd be nearing the end of the list, and then I realized we have a
What, like-
Selga Rob
Third
effect.
away?
Yeah.
Ugh.
So does that even get anything? From Sun and
no.
Moon?
Nestball.
S-ball.
It means nothing.
That's okay.
Means nothing.
Nestball's pretty good, isn't it?
That's
That's
probably.
helpful. I don't even know. You have heavy ball, level ball. Heavy ball is really good in the deck.
No, you want a Selgor. Wobbuffet.
What?
You can get
Wobbuffet? Oh.
Wobbuffet off Nest Ball instead of Ultra Ball. And then Level Ball gets
That's
your
true.
Selgor.
Yeah, but Nestball can't get Musharma. What heavy ball can?
Mm.
Damushi. So, I would actually like straight up categorize Excelgor with like Sableye as far as who's gonna play it and how much of it there's gonna be.
Yeah, Bob Zhang.
Yeah, did Bob Zhang and Ross show up? Okay, they're probably playing Excelgor. So it's like that's that kind of thing.
I think the deck actually loses to Archeops a little bit too.
Yeah.
You have Wobbuffet. You have Wobbuffet then.
No, like you just kill the Wobs.
Yeah, you just kill Wob, dude. And then my arc
Four
Easy peasy.
sick.
4 Wobs plus, bro. I don't think
Dude,
so.
you can't always get the shit and then get it next turn. Like you're either getting the Selgor or you're getting the
Yeah.
Wob. Like,
Yeah, but they have Nest Ball now.
and then Musharna.
And I silent lab your Wob. What are you gonna do?
That is tough. Though.
Shit.
So,
No chill.
yeah, same logic. We all agree Rainbow Road sucks.
Depends. Scrandon loves it.
All right, outside of Scrandon and
Loves it.
his mushroom list, whatever that was.
I mean, it fits Giratina pretty easily, and it doesn't have that bad of matchups across the board, but I don't think you're going to consistently beat Yveltal or Dark in general.
Yeah, like I don't know. That's interesting.
I think it has potential, honestly. I think it's strictly better than Mega Ray. Might even be better than Night March for like those random powerhouse decks. But I don't think it beats the big three.
Yeah.
Turbo Dark Yveltal Trev?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I think your Yveltal matchup is about 50-50. Turbo Dark depends what version they play. And I think how good the player is a big factor with that matchup. And then you just lose to Trev.
Toad actually isn't that bad because you get to set up one Xerneas before they like lock you, and you can set up a Ho-Oh and then just Ninja Blade into another Xerneas. So it's like not that bad. But Trev seems really bad. I mean, Trev's just like kind of who goes first.
I think Rainbow Road's also inconsistent.
It is.
You get those. You get those hands. Them hands.
The hands.
But you get to fit all those little techs you want. Like if you're scared of Vileplume decks, you just throw in a Nega Slash. You can throw in the Giratina promo pretty easily. You can throw in Karen, not care. So
Makes sense. Okay. Raikou Eels, and then Mega Man and Trick are the only ones left. So we'll start with Raikou Eels.
don't beat Yveltal.
What? Really?
You don't.
It beats Yveltal.
You don't.
He doesn't want it to be Yveltal.
It doesn't. I don't care if you want it to or not. It doesn't.
Jeez.
I need Sosa.
To back you up.
Yeah.
He plays one Maxi, so he's never beating fucking Raikou Eels, dude. He
You
can't get an
only need one
Arceus,
Maxi to use Maxi.
I guess.
All right, Drew. Do you expect to see the deck at all, Raikou Eels?
No.
You think it
No.
sucks? You think it sucks, or you just
I don't think it sucks. I just don't expect to see it.
okay? That's a solid
Yeah.
answer.
It was never popular, and so many new stuffs with, like, new cards with the new set. No one wants to play that deck.
Yep.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Mark.
No more nostalgia.
There'll be like one person maybe that like day twos with it, like some rando, but that's it. I don't think it'll be much of a play.
Depends on how much Azul's hyping it up on the East Coast.
Yeah, stop Azul.
Yeah. So I was actually, I don't know. I think there might. So I was actually super surprised how many people played it after or in Philly. Like there was a lot of Raikou Eels. Not a lot, but like for Expanded there was a lot. Like, I was super surprised how much there was. So I feel like there might be a decent amount, but it feels like if you're not a good player, you don't actually do well with the deck. I think the only people who have ever day two'd with the deck have been good players, like known players have only ever day two with the deck. I feel like there's quite a big skill gap with the deck. So I don't expect it today too, unless someone decent or above average definitely plays it. Yeah, and I think the best way to play right now is actually with Gallade.
Ooh.
Not the other way.
Yeah, Slutsky's gonna be happy.
Yeah. I think that's actually the best way to play it right now. Because I feel like there's definitely going to be a decent drop in Trev. And, I mean, I think Toadbats is horrible. And I think you can still beat it with the Gallade version. So, yeah.
Solid.
I think it's still got good matchups,
yeah. Finally, Mega Man Trick. It's kind of been dead.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I brought it up. I just had it on the list.
Doesn't like Lurantis do what it wants to do better?
No, it has lightning.
I mean, yeah, that, but that's it. And I guess access to rough seas, but I don't think Lurantis cares about Toad anyways.
No.
Toad, Trevenant, maybe. Probably not.
Yeah.
Lurantis
I mean, it's always 30,
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And one shots break? No.
Yep. No, it does 120. Yeah, one shot shame.
120.
We have Muscle Band. You can do. Wait, what are we talking about?
Muscle Band Kukui. One shot.
Muscle Bank, yeah, you have to have both. But
We're talking about Mega Man, right?
no, we're talking about Lorantis beating.
Lorantis.
We're
Beating Mega
We're
Man?
talking about how Mega Man sucks and Lorantis is better in every single way, and then just adding
Yeah.
on, pouring on.
Okay. I mean, Mega Man's always been one of my favorite decks, and I still play it at locals in Expanded.
Right.
And I do like a double delinquent version where I play to deck them out. Because I play like 5 stadiums and you deck them out with double delinquent.
Piss.
I mean, your Mega Man still don't die. Like, Mega Man doesn't die to anything except Gallade, but that's it. And you just play Mewtwo. Like, Mewtwo, DCEs, Mega Man. I don't think it's bad. I feel like it definitely gets better. Greninja's gone. You've always had a good Trevenant matchup. Your Yveltal matchup is fine if you run the Mewtwo DCE version. Your Turbo Dark matchup is fine as well. So I feel like it definitely gets better. The format gets better for it for sure. And if all the new GX decks don't one-shot it, then they can also be fine. Like, because you win, like Mega Man wins 2-shot wars. It's like the thing. That's what it does. It wins 2-shot wars. So it could be way better than even I personally think going into St. Louis.
Solid. I don't want to talk about Mega Man Trick anymore. Azul kind of went ham with all. So, GX cards. Because I don't think any other decks are kind of get revived from what we're looking at here. All right, GX cards. Never mind. Volcanion. Drew. How's Volcanion looking?
I like it, but I haven't tested it at all.
All right.
I would play with Archeops, Maxis, Archeops, Gallade, all that stuff in there.
Would you do DCs?
No.
Wait, is Volcanion's attack 3 fire or 2 fire, 1 colorless?
3
fire, 1 colorless. 2 fire,
Why
1
don't you
colorless.
want some DCs?
You don't need them. You just attack with the baby Volcanion and charge up the Glade. That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
Like, can you
That's-
attach
that's-
energy to?
Yeah. Yeah, you can attach it to anything.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I would do it like that.
The GX cards. Since we already mentioned Lorantis, let's talk about Lorantis. What about it sounds bad aside from Archeops? Brad.
Aside from Archeops,
Because that one's fairly freaking obvious. And everyone's going to go, well, you can just play Wobbuffet Lorantis, Russ, just like Mega Man X. And I'm telling you, it ain't the same.
yeah, no.
Because hitting for 30 and loading up a Wobbuffet is not the same as hitting for 110 and loading up a Wobbuffet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, aside from Archeops, it seems decent. I guess if Volcanion gets hyped, then sorry.
Yeah, we're
But besides Archeops, it sounds pretty decent. You'll beat Trev, you'll beat Toad, I get Yveltal's still going to get their Archeops against you every game. But, like, Lorantis is good against them if they don't.
Neymar's backhands it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have 210.
210's easy for him.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
the
is
problem
that-
with Manetric.
Is that 10 dudes?
Well, I
10
mean,
and a ban, and Kukui now.
yeah, Ban, Kukui.
Ban 10 plus 10.
You have to play Karen if you're scared of that. Vespiquen bodies it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Um,
Yeah.
Vespiquen Flareon dumpsters it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Flareon's the big one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking fine. Coming through.
So-
Going through the rest of them, Greninja's dead. Mega Rayquaza bops in the mouth, right?
Yeah.
Rainbow
Yeah.
Road bops in
Yeah.
the mouth then.
Yep. You beat Toad and Trev. Probably beat Raikou Wheels, but that's not a good deck anyways.
I don't
Um,
even see you one-shotting that thing.
I don't think you
Yeah,
beat
you-
Raikou
you
Wheels.
don't beat
I
Raikou
think
Wheels.
you just do it.
No, they still beat you.
You just max potion everything, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the point of Lorantis?
So
Then you hit him for 40
yeah,
the next turn?
Then they retreat and heal it.
Yeah. You don't beat Raikou
your
Wheels.
dog?
If you can't one-shot a Raikou, you don't beat Raikou Wheels. Like any deck.
Makes
I
sense.
just assume Raikou Wheels doesn't really beat much. My bad.
Do you even beat Turbo Dark? I'm pretty sure they run your ass over.
Probably not.
Honestly, you probably don't beat them. It's too.
Yeah.
I don't think you're ever going to do enough damage to them fast enough before they just start one-shotting you.
Right. It sounds bad.
They also get Darkrai with free retreat, so that's pretty
Mhm.
scary.
Yeah, they just chill every time you hit. Don't one-shot them. And your GX attack isn't good enough. You need 5 energy to one-shot a belted Darkrai.
That's fine.
That's fine. Totally fine. It's doable.
So, yeah.
Next GX is Lunala. So Lunala Alakazam could be a thing. I don't,
Yeah.
It's not a winning thing, but it could be a thing.
Okay. Sounds good.
I played against Mewtwo Lunala round 1. That was actually pretty interesting. He scared the crap out of me. He went turn 2 Rare Candy Lunala and then had 5 energy on board from Triple Max Elixir.
Jeez.
And a double attachment for the turn.
He probably would have done really well if he played Solgaleo instead of Lunala.
Exactly. And then he used his GX attack, which scared the living crap out of me because I didn't even know he could do it. Because he's like escape rope, so I brought up Tauros to active, and I was like, all right, he's gonna kill Tauros now. And then he's just like GX attack on your Giratina, and I was like, whoa, what? So I read it, and I was like, oh, it says non-GX. Okay, I hate this card, so I put it back.
Yeah.
And I hit it with a Tauros, and then made a Garb, so that was adorable. Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't see Lunala having anything special. Psychic wasn't that hype before, so it shouldn't be too hype now.
I mean, it has potential. The thing is, I think you need to find the right partner for it. Like, is it just damage change Mewtwo? Is that your partner?
He's looking for true love.
Gengar? Like, I think it's just is it just Lunala damage change Mewtwo? I mean, it doesn't sound horrible.
No, that's what it was. But that's the same thing in standard.
Yeah. The same thing in standard? Yeah.
You know, I mean, cool. You get battle compressor and computer search. What now?
Yeah. I don't know. It might be better. It might be worse, or it might not be as good enough. But it could just go back to like Hydreigon, Darkrai. Yeah. When that deck was good, play it similarly.
Holy crap, guys! We forgot about Primal Groudon.
That's fine. You can leave it there.
Yeah.
Leave it in Forgotten Lost Zone.
I know at least one player playing it in St. Louis.
And what's that player's name?
Canaves, dude. No, I don't know. I don't know if Groudon is good enough.
It's not.
It ain't.
Turbo Dark will eventually run through you. Yveltal is weird. Lurantis, if it's played, runs through you. Vespiquen runs through you.
Now you're supposed to deck them out, but that was before Special Charge. It's a whole new world now.
Yeah.
It's a dazzling place we never knew.
Yep.
You beat Greninja.
Do you?
Yeah, they play double Hex and double PCL. You can't win.
Okay. They also have a Wob.
Greninja can't win.
They also have a Wob, so it's not like once you make the break, you can start poking the bench.
Yeah, plus max potions, you can't beat them.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
More amount.
Okay, all that crap's out of the way. Blah blah blah. We talked about Lunala. Solgaleo GX.
Yeah.
Shut up with your gumshoe.
Dude.
All right. Solgaleo falls to two things: inconsistencies, like how we saw Drew lose to Kenny. Poor Drew. I love you.
And Ryan.
Not me, though.
Sorry, Brad.
Alright, so because it's an inside joke, what you guys didn't know is that Brad went into the final round and he could have ID'd his opponent to make day 2. Instead, he played down against Drew, and was it close? No.
No. Like, I was on a prayer to win one game, so like that was my hope. Because I don't care about winning the series. I'll just take the tie. I took a couple prizes. Killing baby Solgalios and Fomantis is pretty easy. There's shame in it too. But yeah, no. He said the GX attack, and I knew the game was over. But I still played it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Not close.
All right, so people are gonna play it now with either Lurantis or Bronzong. I honestly think the people testing it aren't gonna find a consistent build in time to actually follow through with the deck, because it's a lot of shit in one deck. Yeah. Like, it really is. There's like energy, and then Bronzong bounce, and this, and that. You're playing heavy balls, and if you miss your rare candy, and you lost. If you don't hit your Solgaleo, you lost. If they rush you with an Archeops, you lost. Like, it just sounds like a lot of scary things. But amongst all the GXs, it, in my eyes, is the most viable to make it into the day 2.
Yeah.
Just because it has that bursty ability behind it, and many players aren't playing Volcanion.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you lose to Flareon now.
Yeah.
Yes.
You lose to Flareon, you lose to Night March, you lose to Trevenant, you lose to Archeops.
Whoa, easy.
What?
March. Whoa.
Night March?
Yeah.
I don't think you lose Night March.
Solgaleo?
You don't lose a Night March, dog.
Yeah.
Why don't you? Why?
How are you one-shotting me, and then I'm just gonna...
You don't need to one-shot
your Shamans.
With what?
What do you mean with what? With Solgaleo?
You're gonna kill them? I mean, if they should literally just be killing your Bronzongs, and you just run out of energy, then you can't attack again.
You can only use...
Or they will wait. What is his HP? What is Solgalli's HP?
Like,
250.
And he's resistant to psychic, bitch.
So
Yeah.
Joltik plus a belt plus Kukui kills it.
Good God.
They're also
Right.
way faster than you. Like if you do not turn 2 GX attack, I'm pretty sure they just win. Because they'll have drawn 3 or 4 prizes.
And apparently
yeah,
they're going to be
but-
playing the Gallade build with an Archeops. So
Wait, what? Who is?
If they play the Night March build with a Gallade, they can
Oh,
have
yeah.
Archeops in that bitch.
Oh yeah, it also
they
has
are
a
good.
terrible Archeops matchup. So
Yeah, it has a horrible arcade. I assume you lose to Trevenant even with that other Bronzong. They can just slice into that. I feel like they should have enough time.
Yeah, Trevenant's like the worst matchup.
Yeah. And then you should lose to Archeops. Just Archeops, the card. So you lose to Yveltal Archeops. I don't know about your Turbo Dark matchup. I would assume you beat Turbo Dark. Like, that seems pretty easy.
Yeah, if you GX attack,
yeah, you do. You do.
you just
You do.
run them over.
Yeah, you fly through them.
Honestly, I wouldn't be playing.
Even if you don't GX attack, you probably run through them.
I tried that against Ryan. Not GX attacking does not work.
I remember that game 3 I walked over. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, team
Oops.
someone's PC? Yeah? Come on, guys. He was like, no, I didn't even GX attack game 3. Then Ryan...
No, I didn't GX attack the whole match.
Oh, never mind then. Yeah.
The whole match.
Ryan turned around and he did that. He gave that Rahul look. He's like, sorry, buddy.
Very good.
I didn't want it to go down like that, but I'm happy.
Yeah.
Got it. Oh well.
All right, Incineroar. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Yeah,
Skip.
come on now. Let's not be childish.
From area though?
I mean, Tauros is actually probably the best GX Pokemon for Expanded, especially because you can put it easily in stuff like actually Night March and Vespiquen to help deal with Toad and stuff like that. So I don't know. Like, I would not be surprised to see Tauroses and Night Marches.
Jeez,
And
can Toad beat Tauros?
Nope, I don't think so.
Yes, you
Oh,
quaking punch it
crap.
twice.
So you're gonna take a big hit then.
And I also I skull grunted you, so you have no DC in your hand.
Oh, okay, you're right. My
Let's
bad.
go Brent.
Oh, you
Yeah,
oh you had everything.
My bad.
I had it all.
Okay.
Because apparently you opened Tauros. You have it all.
And I had nothing.
Yeah, you have nothing.
you have nothing. I have it all.
Perfect. Makes sense.
But Tauros itself can't be a deck. Like irritating hammers, all that. Save that shit for standard.
Yeah,
Probably
probably.
expanded.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And I'll Chaos
You could
Wheel,
try.
and I'll triple Dark Patch and retreat and I'll Evil Ball you
Yeah.
for 120.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh. Super lost. Final ones are the Primarina. No.
Nope.
Save that for
Nope.
standard. Save that for standard.
Soon though, actually, we're getting the water. Who told me about the
Oh, yeah,
water
that-
dark patch?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
water dark bed. Is that real?
Yo,
Is that real? Primarina. Ooh, here it goes.
I thought it was a primal Kyogre.
Yo, turn up the,
Oh yeah, Primal
turn
Krager,
up the beat, man.
Golduck.
Shut up. God. I hate gold.
Consistency.
Look at he's bad. All right. Crap. There's Blastoise. That's scary.
Archie's dude.
Archie's toys.
What did it get?
Kukui.
Tauros.
Love it.
Tauros.
Yeah, dude.
Tauros and Kukui.
That
I
actually
guess.
might be my play for St. Louis.
Stop.
I love that deck.
Primarina.
Oh yeah.
Archie'd out.
Lapras.
yeah,
Lapras is good.
Oh, you can
Got
you can
Primarina.
Archie's and Blastoise and Archie's and Primarina.
Exactly.
It's busted.
I like.
You can throw
You play eels.
Yeah, man. Thor, man.
I actually really like Blastoise.
I think especially because everyone's like not playing Hex, and it's even gonna drop to less Hex because there's no Greninja.
Or
Like-
Trev.
Trev. Yeah.
Just play
But then it's like,
play Gatirian instead.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, you still have some bad matchups. Like,
You get to fit the Giratina promo very easy in there.
yeah. But like your Trev matchup is still who goes first.
Trying to
Or
go
it
through
should, right?
some final decks before we end this.
We're not gonna just
crap.
talk about Vileplume, dude.
Oh, I was gonna talk about that too, and how I think it sucks.
Yeah. All right. There we go.
Vileplume,
That's all we need.
Got it.
pretty much.
I think we're done with Vileplume.
What would Vileplume's best partner be though? Would it still be Vespiquen and Expanded?
It'd be box.
Yeah, Bob.
Box. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, it has to be box.
samhugh.az.deck. I know, it's a stupid deck.
Yeah.
I feel my frustrations from playing against it right now in the future. When they open Plume. You know what's really funny? When they sigh. And they missed turn 1 Plume and Psy, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Oh,
sorry.
Darn.
Or
Or they-
guy.
They get the plume, but they whiff the energy attachment.
That is hilarious. This hand's just garbage. Sycamore discarding 2 Shaman. They're like, are you kidding me? I was like, oh.
That's like when you're up against
Sorry,
Trev and
big
then
guy.
you set up. You set up against Trev and they get really mad at you. And you're like, okay.
Oh, what I love the most is wow, if I win first. Like with Trev, we're like, whoa, if I win first, I was like, oh yeah, you get your OP combo. I was like, shut up, dude.
Yeah, like what the hell?
They're not wrong.
You
They're
get
not
your
wrong.
super
They're not.
skillful Wally. Ooh, you got me, dog. I don't think there's a better feeling than playing against a Trev player. They level ball for the Jirachi, and both of them are prized.
Gosh.
Oh, they're like, level ball? Whoa, you're kidding me. And they like go through the deck again.
No, that happens to
What?
me, but they just prize their one Jirachi, you know?
Only
Only
they only play one.
That's actually super scary because when they get the Jirachi up the prizes, and they get that instant supporter that they need, that
Yeah.
hurts the soul.
That's why the double Jirachi is so good. Use the first one, you get the Wally. Second one gets the Flare Grunt. Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, or that Lysander they needed.
Yeah.
Dumpstered. All right, I think that's most of the decks outside of Tyrantrum. But if you're playing Tyrantrum, just go ahead and not show up to the tournament.
Dinos.
What about Waterbox?
Ooh,
I like it.
I like it. You get Lapras.
You get Lapras. It's the best Toad deck.
Yeah.
probably, honestly.
Have we seen like no water box in any expanded regionals at all? Like I'm not
no.
actually sure.
Now everyone's been scared to play it because it just hasn't been that good.
You can be like that
I
one
mean-
guy and play Lucky Helmet and
Rangaroo.
Rangaroo.
Yeah, base too.
That was spicy.
Overly spicy actually.
I actually really like Waterbox. I might play it.
Shit, it was crazy.
I think it's okay.
So like Drew said that about like 4 decks that we've been
Yeah.
talking about now. He's like,
They're
okay,
all water decks.
Yeah,
Canyon.
but yeah, they're all water decks. I might play Greninja.
Kyogre.
Kyogre.
Didn't Canavis play that for Athens?
Yeah.
Man, that's wild. What the heck?
Oops.
I think that's it, man. I think we hit most of the decks. Oh wait, Wailord.
Oh, what's
Same as Vileplume. What'd you say about it?
Same as Sableye box. Sableye Garb, not box.
Yeah, Sableye box.
Like, there's people who just play it, but it's just like a worse version of the deck. Like, if you want to play a stall cancer mill deck, you just play Sable Garb. Just like the better version of it.
Yeah.
You know, in literally every way.
Yep, pretty much. I think you have a better chance of actually being able to win a game in top 8 as well if you play Sableye Garb than Wailord.
Yeah.
Oh, our artist just sent us the latest look of our new artwork. If you guys want to look in the chat real quick. I think it looks great.
Damn, dude, you're teasing everyone.
Yeah, I think.
I know, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
You like it? You like
That
it?
looks good. Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
I think it looks
I like
good.
white.
I think Azul hates the background.
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's not. I don't hate it, but it's definitely not great.
All right, did we get them all?
Yeah, we got all the decks.
so.
I think we're good.
All right.
All right, madness, man. So, holy crap, this is an hour-long video.
Yeah, there's a lot of decks, dude.
Yeah,
Too many
there's
decks.
A lot of
decks.
stuff.
Hopefully this will satisfy the Poke parents' needs.
up?
I understand that your kid needs to make his deck decision 18 days beforehand.
They do.
Yeah. So, I hope this is good. Crap, like, we're going to do a little testing, but honestly, the testing is just going to be built off what we talk about here. And see if
Literally.
we find that, like, that juicy, spicy thing that comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's hard to see. I don't think there was enough, like, oh my god, busted, broken cards that came out of the GX set. No Tapu Lulus.
Nope,
Yeah.
not yet.
Not yet.
Oh my god,
So-
can you imagine expanded with that?
It's gonna,
It's gonna be
be
crazy, dude.
Yeah, instead
gonna
of-
be
instead
fun.
of benching Jirachi, you're like, I'll spend a Tapu Lulu. It's fine.
Yeah, and then you have an answer to Gallade for free.
Yeah, for
Wow.
free.
It's pretty good. It's a good card.
Gonna change a couple things.
Silliness. All right, guys. Once again, thank you for supporting our channel. If you go to our website, if you're part of Elite PC, thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it. The hoodie that you see Drew wearing right now is going to be available soon for everyone to have. However, we're gonna have a capital S instead of a lowercase s on the apostrophe. So that's going to be much cleaner look kind of thing. And then we're gonna have t-shirts out coming out soon. So look for all that in the future. And for now, St. Louis is gonna be weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
It'll be fun.
Weird.
It'll be fun.
Weird fun. Good.
It'll be fun. It's gonna be like Anaheim. It'll be fun.
Yeah. And overall, I think we won't see a huge meta shift.
No.
Just like standard stuff's kind of dominant. Cool road deck in top 16. Solgaleo, Laurentis.
I mean, it was alright.
Kind of
Piloted by a bad player, but it was alright.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching so much. Take it easy.